With every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So, as am I am part of this this age category, this demographic. But even though I'm a few years older than 34 years young, um, but this is the what's it the blowback from radical feminism and cultural Marxism. You know, that by which they assaulted the high status men with the Me Too movement, degraded and destroyed the military and any other role models that they sought to be, or say that they viewed to be as toxic masculinity. But as I've said in the history of propaganda, toxic masculinity is gay. It's hyper masculinity. So gay, you know, that's just the way it is. Because if you look at at the gay eroticism, it is hyper masculine. You see, and then women were sold this idea of personal empowerment through joining the workforce, but it didn't work. Like look at femcells. You know, the number of women and young men that, you know, as I've mentioned before, and other people have mentioned before here on YouTube and elsewhere, that atomized culture is the result of, you know, the propaganda machine and the weaponized marketing, you know, specifically targeted. So basically, everyone is pointing fingers at everybody else as and blaming is something external instead of something internal. You know, it's the whole blame game. And if again, with you remember that you know, intersectionality, critical theory, and social justice are all means by which of describing vigilantism, and then terrorism. Because when you get in the way of people's livelihoods and then their lives and then their reproductive prerogative, then what do you expect to happen? Men want children as much as women do. And it's not just up to women or the women's to determine who has children and who doesn't. Men are the other half of the world population. And when no one's making money, no one's getting honey. So that only leaves a few other explanations, with extraordinary warfare and external interference. In North America, and especially Canada, since Canada was used as this globalist experiment, you know, not the tossed salad, but the cultural mosaic sort of thing, in which nobody really integrates. We only we only assemble into ethnic communes. You look at Toronto, and Toronto is filled with communities that, you know, don't really cross past their own territories. And this was expected to happen, or should have been expected to happen. So thank you, Sean. I appreciate the support. And I know older people want grandchildren as well, because otherwise there is no humanity.